All right, here we go, guys. How's it going? It's your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. I got my coffee today, my second, or is this my third coffee? Either way, cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. They got my name right. Usually when I go through a drive-through, they're like, oh, Scott, Josh. I got Walsh one time. Think about that. Walsh. I mean, whose first name is Walsh, guys? But either way, they got my name right. I appreciate you, Starbucks. Cheers, by the way, again. And yeah, let's talk about what's going on in the markets today. We'll break down the charts, go over stocks I'm looking at, what I'm doing with a couple of my trades, and we'll go over a stock that I just added more to quite literally right before hitting the record button on this video. So guys, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates and my private Discord. You guys see everything I'm doing in real time, how I'm creating income in my portfolio, what stocks I'm buying, what I'm trading, everything, guys. Link down below, again, pinned in the comments as well. And now let's get into it. So stocks are on fire today, as I'm sure you guys know by now, and this comes after President Donald Trump extended the ceasefire, which was supposed to expire today. He extended it indefinitely, right? So stocks are up. We have the S&P 500 up around 0.8%. The Qs are up 1.4%, all-time highs, by the way, as the Dow Jones, let's see here, guys, just over 0.5% in the green. You can see that right here. And the Russell is up, let's see, guys, where are you, Russell? It is up 0.3%. So I guess not crazy green days for the Dow and the Russell, but the Qs, the tech stocks, man, they're carrying the market today. And again, we're hitting all-time highs on the Qs at 653.90, and SPY I think is almost there. Yeah, it's almost there. We hit all-time highs a couple of days ago at 712.39, and now we're at 710, just over 710, and we have a clear kind of a cup and handle forming here. So I think ultimately, guys, we do take out 712. By the way, things are shaping up right now. We'll see though. Do your own research, trade at your own risk, as always, guys. But yeah, we're looking very bullish in the short term right now. And some could argue this rally's fake, right? Some may say, oh, it's just a little pump before Trump, pulls the next card out. You know what I mean? Which, who knows? It might be, right? But as of now, my whole thing has been, we're getting closer to the end when it comes to the Middle East, right? And think about it. We're at all-time highs already. We're already at all-time highs, and the war is not 100% over. We haven't gotten to a deal. Think about what's going to happen when the war is over, when we get a deal, right? Think about what's going to happen. I think you guys can guess what's going to happen, at least in my opinion. I think we're going a lot higher. Now, granted, we'll get pullbacks, we'll get consolidation. I'm not naive to think, oh, we're just going to go up in a straight line. But ultimately, I think the trajectory for the back half of the year is going to be very bullish. The second we get, a deal, this Middle East conflict to be behind us. And this comes after months of consolidation, right? So that makes me believe this even more. The fact that we were flat for 6 to 7, 8 months, like I've said before, now we're starting to break out. I think this market is going to absolutely rip, guys. It already is. But again, once this Middle East conflict is done, right? Yeah, we're going higher, in my opinion, especially as earnings have been pretty good from companies. Excuse me, guys. We have obviously big tech names reporting next week. If they crush it out of the park, guys, and we have a couple this week as well. We have Tesla today after the bell. This is going to be great news for the overall market that, okay, earnings growth is there. Stocks are still, or companies are still doing well. That could fuel the bullish narrative even more right now. So, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving this, the way things are shaping up right now, and stocks are going haywire, especially these tech stocks, the semis, man, the semiconductor stocks have been going ballistic. Do you guys remember Micron? Yeah, you remember Micron. Who was buying Micron, guys? This guy right here. I was loading up on Micron all during this dip. And, I started buying it, if I remember correctly. I think my first buy actually was at $400. $400, right? And I bought all the way down. My lowest was $326. So I got my basis down to the mid 300s. And look at where we are now. Micron is hitting all-time highs. We're completely ripping through this multi-month resistance finally at 460, 475. You guys can see we hit that back in the end of January, back in the middle of March before we saw the big drop. And the crazy thing is, guys, and this is why I said cut the noise, focus on the fundamentals. This company reported stellar earnings back in March. Phenomenal earnings, and the stock went down from 470 all the way down to 310. And again, cut the noise out, focus on the fundamentals. If you did that, you would have been buying this dip, and now look at you, right? We're up 50% off the lows. And again, this is one that I was loading up on. I did lock in some profits at about 455 to 460. That might have been at some point last week it was. And now I'm like, oh yeah, we're breaking out again. And I told you guys in my Patreon, $500 is where I'm looking to lock in the rest of the profits. And that might be a mistake. Who knows? This thing could go to 600, 650, the way things are shaping up. But yeah, for me, guys, I have no problem locking in profits. Maybe early, some could argue, because like I say, no one's ever gone broke locking in profits. So Micron has been probably my best trade the last couple of weeks here, no doubt. And this is, I gotta say, it's a take profit zone. Although again, it could break out even further, 600, 650, but that might not happen until we get earnings again, quite frankly. But man, then again, SanDisk has seen an insane move. Some of these other players, SNDK went from 630 all the way to almost $1,000 a share on no earnings. So who's to say Micron can't do that as well, right? Who knows? But for me, guys, I'm a little, I guess, more not even conservative, when it comes to trading. I've been a little more, I guess, risky, but then again, we're focusing on fundamentals, cutting out the noise, but pretty much all my stocks are high beta tech stocks, which is why my portfolio has been doing very well during this rebound, as I'm sure a lot of yours has as well. So Micron, at this point, it's on fire. There's no doubt. And I just realized this cup and handle is playing out. You guys see the cup, the handle. So I think we could touch $500 this week. I think we could do that. And if we do, again, I'm going to lock in some gains. Heck, even here at 485, 490, I'm tempted, but I'm going to let it ride. It's not a crazy position anymore. I mean, it's a big position across my two accounts, but I did lock in some gains again, like I said. But we'll see, man. Micron has been a winner, and I think there is more juice left to be squeezed here, but again, I'm not opposed to locking in some profits. So NVIDIA as well. NVIDIA has been insane, guys, and this is one that I'm not locking in gains on. I think this one is just getting started. I think NVIDIA is going at 225, maybe towards 250 this year. We have earnings coming up in about a month on the 20th of May, so I think this will get some juice after earnings, but we'll see. Maybe it pulls back by then. Maybe it already breaks out further by then. But NVIDIA is one that I'm in. I was buying and I'm holding on tight. Amazon, same thing. You guys can see here, Amazon is absolutely ripping. And I think it's also just getting started. I think Amazon is going to take out 250 to 260 cleanly here pretty soon. We have earnings coming up in a week from today, and yeah, I think those earnings are going to be very strong. Even though last time they reported the stock tanked, I don't think that's going to be the case this go around. We'll see, though. You never know. Trade at your own risk, like I said, guys. But for sure, these are my three top winners over the last couple of weeks, no doubt, that I was buying during the March sell-off. We can see Amazon got down to 200. You guys know this, right? NVIDIA got down to about 160. And Yeah, they're all looking phenomenal. Micron got down to 300, 310. The only one that I wish I added to is Robinhood, which I still could add. I mean, this is by no means, I don't think this rally's done by any means, right? Robinhood is up from, it hit 63, I think, on the low. When was that? That was on the 29th of March. Now we're at 88, so we are up about $25 a share, so it is up 40% off the lows, which might be a little intimidating, right, for those like myself that haven't gotten in yet. But then again, you got to zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out and realize Robinhood's well within, it's starting to break out, and it's well within I guess a pullback zone here that I would consider. We hit about 93.50 a couple days ago. Now we're in the 88s, so we are down about a couple dollars, 4 or 5% from that high yesterday, the last couple of days. So, this pullback could be an entry potentially within the overall breakout here, but you got to realize earnings are coming up. Earnings are on the 28th, so not next Wednesday, but next Tuesday. We have Robinhood's earnings. So this is one that I'm not in yet, but man, I'm so close. And I'm like, I'm kicking myself. I'm saying I should have bought some before. But it is what it is, guys. You can't win them all. And I think this one's still early on in the breakout where we could still get in, at least me. You guys do your own research. Trade at your own risk. I think, honestly, man, if Robinhood, or not if Robinhood, but when the market really takes off in the back half of the year, especially when Bitcoin starts to get through 80, 90K. I think it will happen eventually. Bitcoin, by the way, is up 5% today. It's at 80K almost. It's at 78, 79K. Once Bitcoin really starts to rip, guys, Robinhood's going to take off. And that's just my opinion. And that's when it's really going to move. So I think there is more upside there, but I'm going to be patient on pinpointing my entry here. And the one that I bought today, guys, and by the way, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook. We're at like 75,000 followers on Facebook, which is insane. We're growing rapidly on Facebook, more than YouTube, more than Instagram, more than TikTok. And now that I think about it, guys, we have like 300, 400,000 followers across all the platforms. I appreciate you guys, man. Without you, this would not be possible, right? So I added more XNET today at $6.63, and now we're trading at, where are we now? $6.67. There we go. We're up a little bit on that lot, but yeah, XNET is one that I've been in for a couple months. I'm down on it. My average cost now is $7.20 roughly. I was able to get it down a little bit here. And this is one that, like I've said before, I think it's going to absolutely break out to $10, $12 plus. It's only a matter of time. And we have earnings coming up on the 14th. So about 3 weeks from now, we have their earnings. I'm looking to pick up as much as I can within, a reasonable limit. I mean, it's a smaller speculative stock, right? But I'm looking to add as much as I can here before earnings because, guys, I think they're going to take off. Whether it's after earnings, before earnings, probably after earnings, though, I think XNET is going to rip, and we have signs showing already. We have a cup and handle starting to play out a little bit. We have a golden cross. We're breaking through the wedge ever so slightly here. We have a bullish divergence on the RSI. Things are looking bullish on XNET. And not to mention, man, their business, the fundamentals are strong. You guys know they own a 7.8% stake in Arashi Vision, this company in China, one of the hottest IPOs in China. They own that. Insta360 company, that camera, GoPro competitor. You guys know that company. XNET has a piece of that, right? And their stake in that company, guys, again, 7.8% is worth around $1 billion, something like that, in that ballpark. And the market cap of this company is $500 million, and their core business is growing like crazy. I forget the exact numbers. We covered it a couple of weeks ago when they reported earnings back in March, but yeah, their core business is doing very well. Arashi Vision, that stake aside, their actual business is crushing it, and their stake's worth $1 billion, and the market cap is super low. So for me, it's like it's only a matter of time. The charts are looking great. Technicals are on point. And eventually, we're going to get a rocket on this stock, in my humble opinion. I've been saying it. You can't always nail the timing, but if you're patient enough, if you're able to hold it out, not all the time. Obviously, you got to cut your losses. I've cut a couple stocks throughout my career, obviously. But when you have patience on a name that you really have confidence in, let it ride. And sometimes, a lot of the time, it might play out. It's not guaranteed, obviously, but the way it's shaping up, I like it. And again, it's speculative. Do your own research, but the numbers look good, and the charts look good too. So I added more today at 663, and again, my average cost, I was able to bring it down a little bit to 720, and that's that, guys. That's what I'm doing. And again, those are some other positions I'm in: Micron, Nvidia, AMD, or not AMD. AMD is one that I used to be in. Amazon's the one, but AMD is on fire today, guys. $300 a share. Think about that. This stock was at 185. Literally, I mean, holy smokes. It was at 190 to start the month. I mean, this market's nuts. It's nuts. And honestly, if I was in AMD here, I would be locking in some profits. I mean, this is getting dangerously overbought. But again, do your own research, trade at your own risk. And with that being said, hit the like button, subscribe, join the Patreon for my portfolio updates and my private Discord, linked down below in the comments here as well, or go to StockSurfS.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you guys in there.